Capricorn, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10-card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences for the week. And as always, I'll be teaching the tarot through each card, so you not only receive your forecast, but you start to grow your own intuitive skill sets, right? In your own relationship with the cards, because that's what this channel is all about, is getting the betterment and the benefit out of tarot and spreading the good news about it. So, and I want to spread some good news to you, Capricorn, this week. Everything that you've been going through, I know has been challenging, of the spirit, the heart, the pocketbook, all those kinds of things that have been affecting you like very deeply, like to your emotional core. All has been for a big lesson in the Hierophant, in that third card position, which is my position for God of how to navigate the week, is the Hierophant. It's the messenger of God. It's the healer. It's the teacher. It's someone that is striving for our insight, our spiritual and emotional growth. It's also tradition, looking back on like legacy in the past, on how to do things for the future, honoring our traditions. Those kinds of things. You'll always see the Hierophant in an inside environment, because we need to retreat a little bit to kind of get back ourselves our balance, to detox, spend some time with the Hierophant so we can get that internal knowledge from God and the universe to kind of brighten ourselves and reinforce that confidence that comes from having hope and faith and having done the right thing in your heart. I can see that in that crossing card at the King of Cups, which is all heart. It's not concerned with the material. It just wants to do the right thing in the domain of of heart and spirit. And what's interesting is sitting smack in the middle of those two cards is the Four of Cups. So this is why I'm saying you've gone through a really tough time, and a lot of it involves people and situations in your life that need to go by the wayside. Everyone's going to have a position in the Four of Cups of how you need to do your life, how you need to do your love, how you need to do your work, the whole kit and caboodle. And that will sometimes really gnaw on a Capricorn, because you're pretty solid in yourself. But over these last like 6 months or so, you've been downing your footing. And I don't want you to do that anymore, because that's why the Hierophant is here. It's a mentor, it's a teacher, it's the healer, okay? And the universal message through you, because the other dynamic about the Four of Cups and what's killing the King of Cups is gossip. Other people's opinions, other people's actions, their attitudes, their approaches. It's undermining your ability to keep your faith and your hope and your ability to move forward, because that's what the Hierophant is asking you to spend that time to kind of get that knowledge and that teaching so you can move forward. Also, I'll say this because this is a group of people sometimes, or maybe even one or two people, even family members, right? It could be people that are trying to pluck our nerve purposely, or trying to have authority over us, because that would be a reflection of the Hierophant, because he is authority. And he's God's authority in that area of teaching and knowledge. And I'll also say this: if you're combating these kind of petty, or found yourself engaging in emotional drama or just small stupid stuff, that's a reflection you need to move on completely, okay? Because the Hierophant wants you to spend your time and your mindset and your heart set on something that's really important, of a value, and building your intuition. I'll also say this: find yourself a good group of people that you could trust, or a good mentor. That would be the reflection of this. If you're having that kind of people that are really just trying to undermine you, because that's a reflection of the Four of Cups, because I want you to realize what's important to your heart. It's not the easy stuff that gets us there. It's the tough stuff that plucks our nerves and makes us emotionally upset. And that's, again, that reflection of the King of Cups. I'll say this too, because the King of Cups is in that crossing card, and it's not allowing the Four of Cups energy to move on to the exalted state, that know that you have the firm foundation in the area of your heart, because he's a reflection of that heart. Even though he's in the crossing card, it's your reading, because it means that that's you, and it's getting squashed by these kind of like dynamics. And I'm not going to have a Capricorn, especially when the Hierophant is opening the door, say, come in here, safe sanctuary, let's learn some stuff. You have the authority, or especially over this kind of, chatty stuff, right? Okay? Because it's killing your king. And it's also killing your ability to move on in new directions, which is kind of the stirring energy that's been happening for Capricorn over the last year anyway. And that's reflected here in the fourth card position, in the base of the matter of the reading, or I like to say the gut of the feeling, the Knight of Pentacles. You're an earth sign, Capricorn. Pentacles are your domain: family, home, relationship, work, career, our bodies, our community, everything is under that material world domain, right? And the knight says, let's take a new ride. It's like, it's not like the page where I'm planting the seeds. The knight is coming along and saying, let's go see what those seeds are doing. Let's go see where our harvest is going to be for tomorrow, right? I've got that gold coin in my hand. I've already accomplished some stuff. I'm a brave kind of guy too on the knight. He's not afraid to get on the horse and see where that horse takes us for a new direction in that lush landscape. So I want you to kind of focus on that, because that lush landscape is you, your internal spirit and your heart that's just soaring in new directions. So I'm not going to have it weighted down with this kind of BS, quite frankly. That's the way I really feel about it, okay? So there's so much going on, and even in the fifth card replacement is the Six of Pentacles. I think we had the Six of Pentacles a little while ago in here. It's the gift of money. Fifth card position is the past reflection, so it's leaving your life. So the gift of money probably has come in some shape or form. Even if it's a peace of mind of settling things up that have been affecting your pocketbook, okay, that would even be a reflection of this. And the Six of Pentacles is the celebratory state. It's halfway, more than halfway through the minor arcana to the 10, right? But to me, it's always been a kind of like God universal gift to say, wow, good job you've done up to this point, Capricorn. Here's this gift to make these things happen. So don't feel badly in any way, shape, or form about having that gift, because maybe the other two, because it's sitting so close to the 4 and definitely like right next to the King. I don't want your happiness being bedoomed by everybody, like other people's influences, because those people, quite honestly, are going by the wayside, and they need to go by the wayside. Okay, that's the reflection of the Knight of Pentacles. It would even cover friendships. Oh, and I'm going to validate it here too in the 6 card position of what's happening right now. The 8 of Wands. The refresh, rejuvenation, restart in the area of the creative. You're half fish, Capricorn. There's those dolphins. Let's go swim with them. You're in safe waters. It's a rush. Kind of, again, like the universe and God saying, I'm pushing you along, little Capricorn. Let's go. That refresh, restart needs to happen now. And you want it as well. That's the thing. You want that kind of new start in a new direction, but built on a solid foundation of all the past experiences. That's what the Hierophant is reminding you of. There might have been tough times, but it's always for your emotional growth. And whatever is going on with this stuff with the Four of Cups and that chitty chatty that's making you question your own heart and your own good spirit and your own goodwill and everything, the Hierophant here is to the rescue to remind you, no, 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 no. In God's eyes is what's most important. God sees everything, right? So the Hierophant here is to validate your goodwill and your divine order here, because that's why we have this all new energy. It's like a karmic turn on the wheel in a new direction for you. And you want it too. And here's a reflection of that in the 7th position, which is the way we're feeling about ourselves. The Four of Cups is the kind of significator, the general gist of the reading. The 7th position is how we're feeling internally about ourselves. And the Knight of Swords, again, another knight here saying, let's take off. But it also could be scary to these other people, right? Because you're having new thoughts, and that means change. And they're used to the old you and the way you did always think before. Or maybe you're moving in a new direction and it doesn't include them. And people get possessive or undermined and they get negative. So I'm not going to buy into that at all this week, okay? Because that's the night is for your benefit. It appears to me after really tough times where we need that stirring up to kind of get those creative juices going. It's God's way of getting all like the Tower influence, getting all that rubble out of there so you could start to build up in a new direction, right? And it wants to take you off in that new direction, especially with the Knight there. You've got a lot of good favor in this area. So, and remember, we rule the Pentacles, so wherever we want to make the gold coin or something materialize in the material world, that's our domain. We've got extra favor in it. I'm an Earth sign as well. So believe in this energy. It might be scaring the living daylights out of the Four of Cups people, but that's what it's kind of meant to be. So just go along with the flow. Do you. That's the whole thing about the Hierophant. Do you, do you, do you. And here's really interesting. The 8th position is how other people view you. The Star, Major Arcana, one of the toughest cards in the deck to me, because it brings you to your knees. It's only a dialogue between you and God, or whatever your, your kind of spiritual language is. But it's that relationship where it gets so deep it can't even come out of your mouth sometimes. But the Star to me is a past reflection. Because of these people, okay, I do not want them to look at you like you're down and out. All right, because that they might take advantage of this because they're like emotional vampire, these kind of people. All right, if that's happening to you, so stride confidently. That's the kind of real exalted state of the star. The star is your light, leading you with the hope and faith that you have given to God through all this tough time, because the star means it happened to you. All right, and this is one of the biggest karma cards to me. I never read it in a book or anything. I just know it because I've lived it. So I want you to buy into that good hope and faith. That's why the Hierophant is there. It's her brother saying, keep on going, keep on doing you, because God's got a big gift for you for doing all that stuff. So people won't even understand if they're selfish, like the Four of Cups can be a reflection. They won't even understand in that kind of enlightened way that you're hurting, other than to look at it to kind of drain you and undermine it and put their authority over you. But this, they want, I want them to recognize that light power that comes from within you, from having walked that walk and talked the talk of the star. The star is a past reflection to me when it appears in a reading. So you've already done the hard work. So I want you to wear it like a badge of honor, okay? Because that will scare other people in this kind of dynamic, the like kind of that low life energy, because they don't know how to master that, and you do, all right? So believe in it. Oh, and look here. In the ninth position of our hopes and fears, I read the Six of Wands. This is so beautiful. And it's also kind of a little sad because it's sitting on a star. You have all this beautiful energy. It's where we're reaching a real critical mass for our idea. We're going through the minor arcana. We're really getting some, not only a foundation, we're getting the walls up. We're starting to decorate. And in the background, you've got kindred spirits. But because I've got in the 10th card outcome, the Five of Cups, about taking a realistic look at people and situations in your life, and it's in the hopes and fears position, I don't want you, again, to be bummed out by other people, or if certain things and people in situation had to go by the wayside, or they're going by the wayside. This would be a reflection of this right as well. Let it happen, because it's for your betterment. You need to move on, and you've got so much celebratory stuff, a refresh everywhere, but it's like all this outside. It's like an empath, right? You're half Pisces, right? You're half fish, so you're going to have that feeling of everybody else. But I need that Capricorn to kick in and just be the more practical, logical sense, and enjoy yourself, most importantly, and not buy into everybody else's emotions, right? You can have feelings about stuff, but this is emotional drama, an upset, and it's meant to get you upset so you do other people's will, okay? And I'm not going to have it at all, because there's so much good stuff here in the ninth of in our hopes and fears. And just because it's sitting in the Five of Cups, let's say you thought, oh wow, I want to marry Joe to be part of this team, but it didn't work out that way. Donna's doing her thing over there, and Ken is doing his thing over there. So this is a new group, maybe. That's what the hope is saying. New kinds of individuals, especially with this refresh in area of, friendship as well, too, and the creative idea. Don't let anything kill your vibe right now, Capricorn, because this is a really important platitude for you. It's an accomplishment state, and it's also a breather state. So take a breath. Do what you regroup, get connected to the Hierophant, take that downtime to do that. And, that's kind of been the theme of July, and we're going to end it that way as well, okay? So just do you, but there's so much celebratory stuff, and you know it. And here in that 10th card outcome, like I said, the Five of Cups, it's a good luck in the area of the heart. But we always have to get over something in tarot to get to the good luck. And it's the only time you'll see the cups turned over, because other people were shady or had us looking with our rose-colored glasses off, and we were like, oh my God, I didn't know wow. Like the people could be like that, or I don't like that kind of behavior, or that doesn't mesh with my ethics and my character or my heart or my spirit, right? That's a reflection of the Five of Cups. That's how you get to the good luck, is just looking realistically at things. And that's why that cup, sometimes you'll see it one cup, sometimes two, but it's a reflection of you being able to have, your heart's intact, no harm done. There's a lesson here out of all of this. That's how I started the reading. I'm going to end it. And that's what the Hierophant is, a reflection, especially sitting next to those people of the Five Cups and sitting on top of the Four of Cups, right? Out of this kind of chitty-chatter BS stuff, we have to start getting real about things in our life and how we want to live our life. And we don't want to be attached to that kind of energy, because it just brings us down, and it's brought you down completely. I'll say that, my Capricorn friends. In the bonus card is the Ten of Swords. Again, now we're completing the stage of the minor arcana in our area of our thoughts. It's analytical thinking. It's strategy. It's a lot of energy in a lot of different ways. But it all boils down to our identity. the way that we want to do things. Dig me, don't dig me, but I dig myself. And that's the most important outcome out of the swords. But it's taken a toll on you, especially with these cards here. I just think you've been trying to bend like gumbo to everybody else and make them all happy with that big, beautiful heart of the King of Cups. So don't lose the King of Cups. Bring him alongside the Hierophant, because now we're going to get the spirit along with the intuition, along with the logic and the practical. And it's going to really start to ignite something really exciting in you. But take that breather, because the Ten of Swords is a new day dawning. It's dawning around you. It's God and justice as well, standing above you saying, I got your back. Don't you worry about anybody else, especially like the chitter-chatter of people trying to be like a vampire to you, or you feel like you need to get revenge or defend yourself. No, those days are over, okay? No more. That's the Fury standing here in my deck. All your swords are protecting you now, because all that strategy, analytical thinking now has built up a knowledge base in you. That's why the Hierophant is showing up and saying all that practicality. Now I want to blend that spirit where you had to kind of keep an arm's length to some of that, because it really damaged you in the heart. But there's a reward for that, Capricorn. You're Saturn ruled. That is the ruler of hard stuff. That always has a big reward. And it's starting to unfold this week. If you could start to unwind that thinking of yesterday and really plant yourself firmly in today. Okay, so go get it. And July just on that, Capricorn. That's just the way to do it. Let's go get that wish, okay? So thank you for visiting the channel. And again, Cappies, thank you for everyone that's watching and subscribing and everything else. It's been so amazing. And if you haven't subscribed, if you would consider, if you like this content, that would be awesome, because we as well are trying to reach other kindred spirits and spread the word of tarot. Thanks so much, Cappies.